Hi, loves. Maya is here. I am sensuality coach and I help people to live their most empowered, authentic, orgasmic lives. And today I would like to talk about healing power of pleasure. And in general, to talk about this controversial concept of why pleasure is healing and what is the mystery, right? And what is the alchemy behind it? In traditional therapy and other modalities, we're very much familiar with looking back, reflecting back, dissecting our past experiences, whether in analytical way where we're just connecting the dots, right, and seeing how the event affected our behavior and etc. Also, right, there's different modalities that allows us to get in touch with those heavy and challenging emotions from the past. And we know, right, that if we have those unprocessed heavy emotions and they are not integrated, they are not embraced, they are not released, right, then that kind of will be like sabotaging and putting a big, powerful impact on your life. The truth behind those modalities is it is, right? They're very important to put your attention, to take ownership of those experiences, to integrate them, to embrace them, right? To accept that this is part of my life. This is part of my biography, right? This experience shaped who I am today, or this experience impacted me. All of that is fundamentally very important for us to start coming to wholeness, right? Start embracing truly with compassion who we are. So there's no questions about the importance of those modalities and those different practices. But if you've done this work and your goal is to move forward, your goal is to step into your power without the shadow of your baggage, right? With curiosity of who am I, right? Without this experiences weighting me down. Who am I without this experiences kind of like affecting, right? And dictating the course of my life. Who am I if I would be completely free, right? And where I have this ability to express who I am and own every second of this freedom, right? Playing with this full expression and not caring about my past or what people think or why my parents think or whatever, right? Whatever beliefs and limitations we might have. If you are in that place, pleasure is a critically important tool to start practicing and actually putting your attention at. The reason why is that, first of all, we can experience pleasure and we can kind of like all our five senses being open and awakened when we are in a state of relaxation, right? So if you're able to experience pleasure, if you're able to savor pleasure, right? And savoring is your ability just simply put all your attention to those sensations and allow yourself to kind of bask in them, melt in them, right? When you're able to do that, it's an indication that your nervous system, right, and your body is in a pretty relaxed state. Your parasympathetic nervous system is activated. And it means that you most likely does not wear any type of armor, any type of guard, and you're definitely not in your survival pattern, right? So that's a great indication that whatever work you've done, right, you able right now to feel and cultivate the feeling of safety, right, the feeling of relaxation, and that kind of like entering in the phase of exploring and awakening your Shakti, right? And Shakti is word from Tantra. It's a Sanskrit word that means our life force energy, right? That fire. And our second chakra, right? Our sacral it is all about that fire, zest, passion, desire, inspiration, because that fire, right, then triggers in a good way, awakens our power center where we have energy, where we have that, a penetrative power of action, right? Let me set the goal and I know the course that I'm heading to. So reconnecting to our life force energy through pleasure. And pleasure can be simply listening to your body, right? And spotting, oh, I haven't moved for a while. Let me just get up and shake, right? Or let me play 2 minute song and just dance. That can be form of pleasure, right? Form of pleasure can be buying your favorite dessert or your favorite tea, right? Or buying your, I don't know, favorite piece of clothing without a special occasion, right? It's creating a little bit of a holiday, a little bit of festivity, a little bit of celebration in an ordinary, usual, regular moment. And once you start doing that, you will feel more aliveness, right? And you'll feel more inspiration and you'll feel more desire in general. It's like awakening, especially if you're coming out of something heavy and traumatic and challenging, dramatic, right? Something that depleted you. Prioritizing your pleasure, it's a foundation to actually, right? First of all, to flip the page, start a new chapter. And also, it allows you to tap deeper into that authentic vibrational frequency, right? That you have without the baggage of those experiences. It's like rediscovering who I am in my freedom. And the alchemy, right, behind the pleasure practices and sensations that we're feeling is that when pleasure moves freely in our body, right, it's like all energy centers are able to be cleared, because that pleasurable Shakti, high vibrational energy, this is your most powerful resource that you can generate in your body, right? And that resource puts you in a much deeper connection to your intuition, to your guidance, right? Those instincts within you, they are much more louder. And when you're vibrating on your own frequency, you actually able to attract the right opportunities, right people, right connection into your life without like trying so hard, right? Or without being worried or preoccupied about that so much. So it allows you to actually start attracting and living your life, right? With your true authenticity, owning it, expressing it, experiencing it at the highest. So do not underestimate the power of prioritizing what feels good. And when we training ourselves, right, to give ourselves those moments of pleasure, moments of excitement, moments of juiciness, right? It's we also breaking our habituation in tolerating discomfort, or habituation towards suffering, right? Or habituation towards even neutrality, right? Or sadness, or any kind of reminiscing experiences. And all of that is valid, right? When we have balance. So paying attention to, listening to, what do I need? What would make me happy? What would inspire me? What would bring me pleasure? And treating yourself with kindness. It is actually a crucial step on your transformational journey of becoming your best version of yourself. Let me know if you have any questions. You can see my information below. You can always book a consultation. And if you have a particular topic in mind, please feel free to comment and suggest, and I will cover it in one of my next videos.